Hey, how's it going, guys? I hope you're doing well. Sorry for the lack of content lately and videos. I've been trying to pass college. It's been a little bit of a rocky road lately, but, you know, the GPA is still up there. You know, it's not all hope is lost. The ship is sinking just a tiny bit, but I'm going to rear it back up. Don't you worry. Anyway, without further ado, today's story is going to be about the time that I would go to redneck parties and get too fucked up, basically get into really dangerous situations that I could have avoided very easily by just having a head on my shoulders. So to give you the rundown, this involves a good childhood friend of mine. I forgot the name I've always given him, but me and him, we go way back. I'm gonna give him a name. Let's go with Frank, okay? Me and Frank, I'm sure he's been involved in a couple other stories on this channel, but I don't remember the name. Regardless, he would be the one that would come to my house every once in a while, and, you know, just randomly he would text me on Snapchat like, yo, hang out at like 1 a.m. And of course, even if it's on a school night, I'd want to go and hang out. And this was one of those times. So I want to say, I don't remember what day of the week it was, but it was in the middle of the week, okay? It was definitely not a night I was supposed to be getting out, but I would always stay up like till mad late. I want to say I was like around 16, 17 at this point. Actually, 16. And so Frank hits me up on Snapchat and he's like, hey man, he was like, yo, a party's happening out in so-and-so location. Do you want to come out? And I'm like thinking about it, and, you know, as I've said before, I kind of want to break out of my shell and just, you know, be able to go out there and meet people. So I was like, you know what, why not? Even if it is a Wednesday, I don't gotta go to fucking school anyway. Who gives a fuck? I would skip class at this point like all the time. I had a horrible attendance record. Anyway, Frank hit me up on Snapchat and he's like, hey, do you want to go out tonight? Like, we're having a party at so-and-so location. I forgot exactly what we would call it. It was basically in the middle of bumfuck nowhere with a lake, you know what I mean? Like, it was like, where I live is very rural, and this place was even more rural, you know what I mean? Like, this was like population zilch. And so I hit him back. I'm like, sure, why not? Like, I'm down for a party. I got nothing else going on. Like, fuck my grades, you know what I mean? Like, my future doesn't matter. Getting fucked up does. So it wasn't even like, I want to say like 15 minutes before Frank came through and picked me up. We went to the gas station, got ourselves some Marb Menthol, some shitty Bud Light, and we were just having a fucking good time, all right? A good time was imminent. And so Frank was driving us up there, and we were just shooting the shit, basically, just small talk. I couldn't even remember what we were talking about. I just remember we were laughing our fucking ass off. Honestly, it was probably something to do with the truck that he was driving at this point, because my friend Frank would always go through cars. Even when he was younger, he would just swap cars all the time. He would trade cars. He would trade cars for, like, not stupid shit, but just weird shit. Like, he would trade a car for, like, a golf cart and something else one time, then got another car out of that trade. Like, just ridiculous shit. This guy had a title every other month, I swear to God. I just remember this car that he was in. It wasn't terrible, but it was definitely not nice. Like, you could hear the suspension creaking and everything with every bump, man. And these roads were not upkept. They still aren't. We're talking potholes in random spots, and at night, you kind of have to, like, watch out for that shit, because, like, it gets a little rough in those rural areas, man. If you break down, AAA ain't gonna be too happy to come out there and get you. We're just barreling down these fucking back roads, just getting to the spot, and eventually we pull up. And like I said before, it's just literally, like, you just pull off the road. It's like a dirt path into the fucking woods. We go in for, like, I want to say it takes, like, 5 to 10 minutes to get there. You have to be super fucking careful you don't, like, damage your car. Even with a truck, like, yeah, you're not gonna damage anything, but you don't want to just, like, slam into, like, a groove and, like, you know, fuck your shit up. So we're just creeping our way through this path, and eventually we get there, park up, and there was like a couple people there. Already a fire was going. Like, it was damn near a bonfire. Like, I could feel the heat pretty much as soon as I was, like, stepping out of that thing. Like, people had to, like, move the cars at one point. I remember that was, like, point of contention for a minute. And so as people were piling in, I start hearing pop, pop, pop. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on? It sounds loud as shit. And I look over to my left, and I see these fucking group of kids just throwing M80s into the fucking pond, bro, and blowing up fish. I'm like, what the hell are these hooligans doing? And I'm going over there, and they're just laughing. They had beers in their hands. They sound like they were already fucked up, dude. And, like, the party just seemed like it was getting started. Like, oh yeah, we're just throwing M80s in there, like, ha. Like, I don't know exactly what they said, but you could see guts of fish, like, on the rocks. Like, these people were actually blowing up fish. I don't know how these things went off underwater. I don't know if they were even M80s. They were some sort of firework. I'm not technical with that shit. Regardless, fish were being harmed in this video. I'm sorry, I hate to say it. PETA arrest me. And so they're blowing up fish, and at this point I'm like, alright, I need a fucking beer if I'm gonna be, like, around this shit, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to get in the groove already. And so I walk up to the fire, and luckily enough, there was just racks and racks of Bud Light, dude. I don't know how people had money for this. I mean, there was a lot of people that pull up to these parties, so we were able to pull money together pretty fast, but, like, there was fucking beer on beer, like, more than I don't even know if we knew what to do with. And so I'm opening up a beer, and I wasn't a big beer drinker back in the day. I wasn't really a big, like, I just didn't drink a lot of alcohol, so it did not take a lot for me to get kind of fucked up, okay? Yeah, like 3 Bud Lights and I was feeling good, you know what I mean? Like, I did not need much. And so eventually, as the night goes on, we have more and more people show up, and when one of the people shows up, we're gonna give her the name Stacy. Stacy was a girlfriend of my friend Frank's friend. Let's try to say that 5 times fast. Holy shit. And they dated for, I want to say, like a couple months. This was not a long relationship. This girl was just like the life of the party, which it was kind of a good thing, but after a while, it's just like, oh my god, man. And so Stacy was, you know, she was kind of cool and all, but except for one thing, and that was that she requested, not really requested, but more so demanded that everyone put beer cans in her truck so she can use it for gas money or something. I don't know why she, like, I just don't get it. Regardless, that was like her whole like thing of the night. Like, she wanted people to, like, she would remind you like a hawk to put your beer can in her fucking truck, and it started to piss people off. And when you piss off a bunch of fucking rednecks that are drunk, you know, like, it's not gonna end well. And it really didn't for this poor girl. So I don't know where she went off to, but she was drinking with us, and eventually she had to go do something or just go somewhere with her boyfriend. I don't know, maybe they were just doing their thing, you know what I mean? And then while they were gone, I didn't really get a good view of this because I was kind of by the fire and minding my own business, but apparently people started fucking with her car, like just pissing on it, fucking breaking the mirrors and shit, like just absolutely, like, not totally trashing the car, but doing enough damage to be like, what the fuck about it, you know what I mean? Like, insurance is gonna be a pain in the ass. I don't even know how it would work in that situation because she doesn't even have proof of who did what, but they were fucking up her car. This was all happening around the time that I was getting ready to leave too, so I didn't really understand the extent of the damage. I only heard it through hearsay pretty much, but they fucked this girl's car up from the sounds of it, man. Like, I'm talking just absolutely disgustingly trash. I was lucky enough to not have to drive to this place, so thank god it wasn't my car getting fucked up like that, but they definitely just did her dirty, man. But I think at the end of the night that she did indeed get all the cans into her car, so I mean, she took the fucking W on that one. So hey, good shit, girl, you got what you wanted. And pretty much after that, there's pretty much nothing eventful that happened at this party. I just got really fucked up, smoked a lot of cigs, pretty much went through my whole pack, which kind of sucked. Had to figure out what I was gonna do for the next one. That was pretty much it. Got driven home safely, thank god. This wasn't one of those nights where I was taking drunk driver rides home. That was a fucking horrible decision. That only happened once, thank god. Anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thanks for clicking on the video and have a good one. If you like this video, please do me a favor, like and subscribe, and have a good one.